Welcome to Matters Financial and Geopolitical from a Frontier. Thank you for stopping by. The pound slipped in the early morning to as low as 130.23 and now is bounced to 130.61. The key level to watch is 130. We've been down there a few times and each time it's met some very good buying. So really that's the key pivot in my view. Now, the UK Parliament rejected all the Brexit alternatives yesterday. 4 of them. I wrote over the weekend there are two schools of thought. The majority views that we have had an eternity to price everything into the pound and all the bad news is baked into the price now and therefore this is a Yaz moment. The only way is up. The minority position, which is 20%, I wrote on the weekend, Deutsche Bank had it at 20%, now I've upped it to 25%, is saying that there is a chance that what is soft will become a hard Brexit and brittle, and therefore there is a risk the whole edifice will come crashing down and career off course. And that point about hard and brittle took me to Lao Tzu. Men are born soft and supple, dead they are stiff and hard. Plants are born tender and pliant, dead they are brittle and dry. Thus whoever is stiff and inflexible is a disciple of death. Whoever is soft and yielding is a disciple of life. The hard and stiff will be broken. The soft and supple will prevail. 25th of March, I said the whole Brexit scenario has become a needle which appears simply impossible to thread. And Widdicombe, we've got the worst Prime Minister since Anthony Eden, she said. We've got the worst leader of the opposition in the entire history of the Labour Party. And we got the worst parliament since Oliver Cromwell, she said. 25th of March, I also said what's interesting is how power has moved towards the parliament and parliamentary democracy as the Prime Minister's power has dimmed. And then on that point, the UK Parliament just got a little bit more nuts. Have a look at this photograph and what happened. The chances of Britain crashing out of the European Union without a deal on April 12 have increased to 1 in 4. Deutsche Bank, that's what I was telling you about. I had it at 1 in 5. Goldman Sachs, however, sees a big finish for Brexit. Opportunity in the pound. Zach Pandal, we're coming to a big finish here, he said. We do think we're making progress despite these failed votes. Sterling is maybe the biggest opportunity among developed market exchange rates today, he said. Let's go to the currency markets. Euro just below 112 here. Not looking great. Dollar index last at 97.39. Japanese yen 111.34. I'm bullish the yen, I must say, but you know I still have this thing in my back of my mind. It could go to 114.50. We'd only get bullish and then be 3 figures offside. Swiss franc, dollar Swiss. Where are you? 0.9994. The pound. Okay, what's the range? Oh, got as high as 131.12. Low as 130.23 and now 130.54. The Australian dollar, which for a lot of people is correlated to a positive outcome of the trade war, in some people's minds, was last at 0.7074. India rupee 69.2075. South Korean won 1136.97, the Rial 385.25, Egyptian pound 17.33, and the Rand, which I think is a big sell because I think of the infection risk out of Istanbul, 14.224. Dollar index, this is a 1-year chart, here we go. In my view, euro dollar just below 112, as you know, I got back of my mind was a pattern when it went below parity, and it feels a lot like that. It took it an eternity to come out of this 110, 115 range, if I remember correctly, and then boom, it went. Commodity markets, crude oil on a roll here, $61.78 in New York. You remember I said 60 and 62.50 resistance levels. I think if you can get it off at 62.50, of course it'll be volatile, trade on the news, but I think that looks like an interesting place. Of course, very strong first quarter, up 32%. And we're now at 2019 highs. Gold, where everyone was telling me to get on that boat, it was a runaway train, is now running away to the downside, 1286.96 as I thought. Starbucks has Brazil to thank for the longest coffee route since 2001. News out of Brazil just keeps getting better for Starbucks. Favorable weather and currency weakness in Brazil behind a 6th straight quarterly decline in Arabica prices. Coffee futures are posting a string of superlatives, longest string of losses since 2001, quarterly average price lowest since 2005, and the lowest in 15 years for a first quarter. America, it turns out, would run out of avocados in 3 weeks if President Trump shut down the US-Mexico border, according to data from the US Department of Agriculture. That's something to think about. Make the millennials very unhappy. In this photograph, avocados are on display for sale at the wholesale market Central de Abastos in Mexico City. I've written about this avocado millennial crypto trading economy. I said in January 2018, the millennials with their avocado eating and cryptocurrency trading ways are just as likely to be African as they are European or American. 8th of January, I was talking about the crypto avocado millennial economy. 10th of July 2016, I was just near the Masai Mara in the Mara of Fairmont, and had the most delicious avocado I've ever tasted. This is a photograph of it. Bitcoin surges 20% to trade above 5,000. We're currently at 4,719. That's a more than 20% spike. And a bit tongue-in-cheek, I said we need to urgently investigate the correlation between Bitcoin and avocados. And that plays into my title, The Crypto Avocado Millennial Economy.